What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the boxing clinic. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to the LDBC, the YTBC. We working. That's how we move it. Shout out to Trap House Boxing. Pushing videos. Y'all give them subscribe and go check his channel. All this dope. But like I said, if Robert Brant wins the World Boxing Super Series tournament, a European dominant tournament, which they have, of recent memory, they have mostly all been, the major ones, been European dominant. They ain't gonna invite American fighter back. A lot of people don't know who Robert Brant is. From Australia, Asia, Europe, Antarctica, even his own country. A lot of people don't know who Robert Brant is. So I'll give you a brief overview. But let's talk about, the tournaments. You got World Boxing Super Series tournament, which got a cruiserweight division, and you got a super middleweight division. Those are the two that was sought after. Junior middleweight, I think, was a target, but they couldn't do it. But they don't have an American TV deal yet, and that's probably because they don't have any Americans in the tournament besides Robert Brant. TMT's Mayweather Promotions cruiserweight Andrew Tabiti wanted to be in it. They denied him and put Irish Mike Perez in, who never had a shot. And I think they put Robert Brant in there to be a sacrificial lamb as well. A guy that was going to be the Ryota in the damn mandatory, and technically still is, but he didn't want to wait. After Ryota got, robbed, WBA ordered a immediate rematch. Ryota wanted that. We're going to talk a little bit about him next. So Robert Brant chose to move up. Asked his promoter to put him in a tournament. They said, yeah, at least we need one American in there. And, now he's in the tournament. He wasn't picked by anybody, so he got matched. He was the last two left, got matched with the other German guy. That's going to be going down in Germany. He's been doing some interviews, and we're looking forward for him, hopefully, doing well in this tournament. But the only reason they let him in the tournament because they view him as a sacrificial lamb. Most of them don't view him to have a chance because they don't know a lot about him. They said, well, he ain't even been on this level. And a lot of these guys that's in the tournament haven't been on upper echelon level in the super middleweight division, especially other than George Grove. A lot of these guys are still feeling their way out. So that's what makes it intriguing. But I think the cruiserweight tournament has already exceeded expectations. And a lot of people don't pay attention to cruiserweights in America, but I think it's probably the GOAT of professional boxing tournaments already, better than the World Boxing Super 6. That's how good it's been in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. It's only in the quarterfinals. It's not even over yet. But the difference is the World Boxing Super 6 tournament was round robin. This is just, straight elimination. I think it's better that way. You don't got guys falling out, getting injured, and breaching their contract. But, Robert Brant, he's a good puncher. He was from Minnesota. He trains with Derrick James, who trains Earl Spence and Jamel Charlo. He's looking to bring home another world champion sometime next year, hopefully, if he can continue moving on in this tournament. A lot of people are counting him out, especially Europeans. They figure like, oh, he ain't got no chance. We don't know who he is. But he's a guy that can punch. He's a guy that's very confident. And Derrick James is starting to develop him. He might be a dark horse in this tournament, man. And if he wins this tournament, man, they never going to invite another American back. And most people trying to say, well, the Americans did want to fight in this tournament. Yeah, a lot of these Americans don't want to travel to Europe and get robbed. Why fighting in a tournament with only one world champion belt in there? When I become a world champion like Gilberto Ramirez and David Benavidez and other guys, my promoter works with David Benavidez or Gilberto Ramirez, I get a chance to be a world champion. A lot of guys going to take that route instead of going over to Europe and getting, jammed up and getting robbed. So, that's people's approach. Robert Brant, he needed an opportunity. He put in for it, and they gave him an opportunity knowing that he would be a sacrificial lamb and have no chance. The guy he's fighting is a guy that just fought Naver Cleverly not too long ago. Got injured, had to retire. I'm not impressed with him, but he's a big guy. He's coming down from 175 to 168. So that's we're going to see if that worked for Brant coming up 8 pounds or work against him. But we're going to see, man. See if he can make a statement. But I'll tell you one thing, nobody picked him. Nobody picked him first. He got matched with this guy. That was the last two left. So, like I said, if he wins this tournament, a lot of these promoters going to be looking to have options on him or sign him to a major promotional contract. But like I said, they ain't going to invite no more Americans to this tournament if he do that. Or they're going to be very wary because he's an unknown. He come on here and upset the apple cart. It's going to be a shocker to the world. I look forward to him doing well in this tournament. We gone.